Have you ever felt like giving up? Not just for a moment, not just on a bad day, but truly, deeply wanting to throw your hands up and walk away from everything? Maybe it's been a relationship that feels broken beyond repair, a dream that's slipping further from your grasp with every passing day, or a burden on your heart that seems heavier than you can bear. Perhaps it's the kind of weight that no one else sees, but that quietly crushes you from the inside. You try to hold on. You try to push through. You tell yourself, just a little longer, I can make it, I must make it. But every day brings new challenges, new setbacks, and new reasons to believe that maybe, just maybe, giving up is the easier path. And in those moments, it's almost impossible to see the light ahead, let alone the purpose behind your struggle. If you've ever felt that way, then you're not alone. The truth is, every person, every single person, faces moments where giving up seems like the most logical choice. From the farmer battling storms that ruin his crops, to the student fighting through exams that feel impossible, to the parent watching their child suffer and wondering if they can hold on just a little longer. Life tests us in ways that feel relentless. But what if I told you that even in the darkest, most hopeless moments, there is a hidden lesson, a secret that can change the way you face every obstacle in your life? A lesson that has been quietly waiting for you, buried in the story of someone who faced more pressure, more pain, and more doubt than you could imagine, yet never, not once, gave up. I'm talking about Jesus. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Jesus? Sora, how could a story from thousands of years ago possibly help me today? But that's exactly the point. His story isn't just history, it's a mirror, reflecting back to us the struggles, fears, and doubts that we all carry. And when we look closely, we see something remarkable, a blueprint for resilience, a guide to never giving up, no matter how impossible life feels. Imagine for a moment walking beside him on the day he faced his greatest trial. Picture the weight of expectation, the fear of rejection, the looming shadow of suffering. Every step forward is a battle against doubt. Every word spoken is met with skepticism, even scorn. And yet somehow, in the midst of it all, he presses on. He doesn't quit. He doesn't falter. Why? Because there's a lesson here, a hidden lesson that is not immediately obvious. Nay, it's not about miracles or grand gestures. It's about something deeper, something quieter, something that speaks directly to the human heart. It's about perseverance. It's about faith. It's about understanding that giving up is never the answer, no matter how heavy the load, no matter how dark the path. And here's the thing, this lesson isn't just for saints or spiritual leaders. It's for you. It's for me. It's for every person who has ever felt beaten down, overlooked, or defeated. Because resilience, strength, and the courage to keep going are not traits reserved for the extraordinary. They are gifts waiting to be awakened in each of us. I want you to take a moment and think about your own life. What is it that you've been ready to give up on? What dream have you silently buried because it felt too hard? What burden have you carried in silence because no one else seemed to understand? Hold that thought in your mind, because the lesson we're about to uncover has the power to breathe new life into it. This isn't just another motivational speech. This isn't just a story to inspire you for a few minutes before you move on with your day. This is a revelation, a chance to see your struggles through a different lens. And the lens we're going to use is the life of Jesus, and the hidden wisdom he left behind for those of us who feel like quitting is the only option. As we dive deeper, I want you to let yourself feel everything. The fear, the doubt, the exhaustion, and yes, even the hope that you've kept alive against all odds. Because the truth is, hope is not a luxury. Hope is a necessity. And sometimes, when the most powerful lessons come to us not when life is easy, but when life pushes us to the very edge of our endurance. You see, Jesus never promised an easy path. He never promised that the road would be free of pain or disappointment. What he showed us is something far more valuable. That even when the world seems ready to crush you, even when the odds are stacked against you, there is a way forward. There is a way to rise above the despair and keep moving toward the purpose that only you can fulfill. And this is where the hidden lesson comes in. The lesson that transforms hopelessness into resilience, despair into determination, and fear into faith. It's a lesson that doesn't just tell you to keep going, it shows you how to keep going, step by step, heart by heart, even when the world says you should quit. Before we get there, I want you to make a promise to yourself. A promise that no matter what has happened, no matter how heavy your heart feels, you will stay with this story. You will hear the lesson, not just with your ears, but with your heart. Because the moment you do, something inside you will shift. Something powerful, something unshakable, something that whispers, I can endure. I will rise. I will not give up. And if you're ready, if your heart is open, and if your spirit is willing, then take a deep breath and prepare yourself. Because what we're about to uncover is not just a story from the past. It's a guide for your present, a light for your darkest moments, and a call to rise, even when giving up seems like the only way. So stay with me, lean in, listen carefully. Because the hidden lesson Jesus taught about never giving up is not something you can merely hear. It's something you must feel. And when you feel it, everything changes. Your perspective, your strength, your courage, your hope, and ultimately, your life. Imagine walking down a dusty road, the kind where every step kicks up dry earth and the sun beats relentlessly overhead. The weight on your shoulders isn't just physical, it's heavier than you can describe. It's the weight of expectation, of responsibility, of knowing that every choice you make matters not just for yourself, but for countless others. That's where we find Jesus on one of the most pivotal days of his life, a day that would define everything he came to teach. He had spent years walking among people, healing the sick, comforting the broken, teaching the crowds. When he had faced opposition, ridicule, betrayal, and yet he continued. But today, the road ahead was unlike any other. Today, the weight he carried wasn't just the physical burden of his journey. It was the emotional, spiritual, and moral burden of humanity's sins pressing down upon him. As he walked, he knew what awaited him at the end: suffering, rejection, and unimaginable pain. The kind of pain that no one should ever endure. The kind that shakes the soul and tempts even the strongest heart to quit. And yet Jesus didn't stop. He didn't falter. He pressed on, one step at a time. Think about that for a moment. Imagine the fear he must have felt. Imagine the doubt, the human part of him wondering if there was any other way, any path that could spare the suffering while still fulfilling the purpose he had come to live. And yet, even in that fear, he didn't give up. Even in the shadow of despair, he kept moving forward. On the way, he didn't walk alone. He was surrounded by disciples, friends, and followers, yet even they didn't fully understand what was coming. They didn't grasp the enormity of the burden he carried, and in a way that mirrors our own lives. Often, when we carry our heaviest burdens, even the people closest to us cannot see the depth of our struggle. And yet, like Jesus, we must keep walking, even when no one else understands, even when no one else can help. The crowds gathered, some cheering, some jeering. Some believed in him, some doubted. Some would soon turn their backs. And in this too, we see the reflection of our own journeys. There are times when encouragement comes from unexpected places, and times when betrayal cuts deeper than any physical wound ever could. Jesus knew this reality, and yet he persisted. As he walked, he stumbled under the physical weight of carrying the cross, a simple wooden beam, but heavy with the symbolism of all the pain, all the suffering, all the sins of the world. Each step was a battle, each moment a test of endurance. Every ounce of strength in his body was taxed, and still he moved forward. Along the way, there were people who tried to help. Simon, a bystander pressed into service, was asked to carry the cross for a time. Even with this help, the journey was grueling, exhausting, and filled with humiliation. People spat, mocked, and ridiculed him. Can you imagine facing that? Struggling under a weight that isn't just physical, but spiritual and emotional, and yet being publicly humiliated every step of the way. And yet, he didn't stop. He met the sorrow of others along the road, women weeping for him, seeing his pain, and feeling their own grief mirrored in his suffering. He turned to them, not with frustration or anger, but with compassion. He reminded them that pain is not the end. that even in the midst of suffering, there is hope. In that simple act of acknowledgement, of empathy, he taught one of the most profound lessons of all, that perseverance is not just about enduring for yourself, it's about carrying forward with love for others, even when the journey is unbearable. The journey continued uphill, toward a place called Golgotha. Every step he took was heavier than the last. Every glance toward the sky seemed to reflect the magnitude of the trial. And we see a truth that resonates deeply with anyone who has struggled. Perseverance is not a single moment of courage. It is a series of choices, repeated over and over, to keep moving forward despite pain, fear, and doubt. And then there is the moment in the garden, not long before this journey, where Jesus faced the ultimate test of his resolve. He prayed alone, deeply, with a heart that trembled under the weight of what was coming. "Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me, yet not my will but yours be done." Can you hear the raw honesty in that prayer? The human side of him, wanting relief, wanting an easier path, wanting to give up, but choosing not to. Choosing the path of perseverance, choosing to walk the road that seemed impossible. This is where the hidden power of his story begins to shine. It's not just in the miracles or the teachings that everyone remembers. It's in the quiet, raw moments of human struggle, when the temptation to quit is at its highest, and the courage to move forward comes not from external accolades, but from inner conviction. Think about your own life again. What is your cross to bear? What trials weigh heavily on your heart, your mind, your body? Maybe it's a relationship that's crumbling. Maybe it's a dream that seems impossible. Maybe it's a personal battle that nobody else sees. And maybe, just maybe, you feel like giving up is the only option. But here's the lesson we can draw from this story. Even the heaviest burdens can be carried, one step at a time. Even the darkest roads can be walked with love, faith, and determination guiding every step. Jesus didn't quit, not when it was easiest, not when it would have made sense to save himself from pain. He kept walking, showing us that perseverance is a choice we make, moment by moment, when every instinct tells us to stop. Along the way, there were stumbles, there were falls, there were moments of weakness, and yet even in those moments, he rose again. Every time he fell under the weight of the cross, he got back up. Every time despair threatened to overwhelm him, he chose to continue. This is a reminder for all of us. Perseverance does not mean never feeling weak or afraid. It means continuing, despite those feelings, because you understand that your purpose, your calling, or your mission is bigger than the temporary suffering you endure. And finally, at the top of the hill, at Golgotha, he completed the journey. The road was finished, the burden carried, the purpose fulfilled. But what resonates most is not the end itself. It's the journey, the steps, the choices, the courage to move forward, even when every part of him wanted to give up. That is the story that teaches us the hidden lesson. Never giving up is not about the destination. It's about the heart, the mind, and the spirit choosing to keep walking, even when everything in the world tells you to stop. So as you listen to this, I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Picture yourself walking that road. Feel the weight of your own challenges, your own burdens, pressing down on you. Feel the temptation to give up. Feel the exhaustion, the fear, the doubt. And now imagine taking one more step, and another, and another. Even when it hurts, even when it seems impossible. This is the essence of perseverance. This is the lesson Jesus quietly, powerfully, and profoundly taught with his life. And remember, you are not alone on your journey. Even when the path is hard, even when no one else understands, even when the world seems against you, there is a strength within you, just as there was in him, that can carry you forward. You have the choice in every moment to take the next step. You have the power to rise again after a fall. You have the courage to face the road, no matter how steep or long it may be. Because the story of Jesus is not just history, it's a mirror, it's a guide, it's a call to rise, to endure, to love, and to persevere. And the hidden lesson is simple yet profound. The road may be hard, the burden may be heavy, the pain may seem unbearable, but you can walk it step by step, heart by heart, with faith, hope, aim, and courage guiding you forward. Take a moment to breathe and let the story of that road, that burden, and that journey sink into your mind. Imagine the weight, the struggle, the pain, and the courage it took to keep moving forward. Now let's pause and uncover the hidden lesson, because the story isn't just about Jesus walking a physical path, it's about the human experience of struggle, hope, and the unwavering power of perseverance. Here's the truth. Most people hear the story of Jesus' journey to the cross and focus on the dramatic moments, the miracles, the sacrifice, the end result. But the hidden lesson is far deeper, quieter, and far more transformative. It is the lesson that speaks directly to the human heart. Never giving up is not about avoiding pain. It is about choosing to persist in spite of it. Think about that for a moment. Persisting in spite of pain. Not running away when life gets hard. Not surrendering when the world seems to conspire against you. Not giving up even when every fiber of your being screams, "This is too much. I can't go on." That, my friend, is the essence of the lesson Jesus lived. And it is the very lesson that can transform your life today. Why is this lesson hidden? Because it's easy to read the story and admire the courage of someone else without realizing that same courage is meant for you. It's easy to see the journey from a distance and think, that was Jesus, that's not me. But here's the secret. The same principles, the same power, and the same potential for resilience exist in you. They've always existed. The only thing missing is the choice to awaken them. Let's break this down together. The first part of the hidden lesson is acknowledging the struggle. Jesus did not pretend the journey would be easy. He felt every ounce of doubt, fear, and fatigue. He faced betrayal from friends, mockery from the crowds, and the crushing weight of human sin pressing down upon him. And yet he did not allow these struggles to define him. He did not let fear become the end of his story. This is critical for you to understand. Too often we think that resilience means ignoring our pain, pretending we are strong when we are not, or pushing through without acknowledging our feelings. But Jesus shows us a different path. Resilience begins with recognition. It begins with saying, yes, this is hard. Yes, this is painful. Yes, I am afraid. Only when we acknowledge the struggle can we find the inner strength to persist. And the second part of the lesson is finding purpose in the pain. Every step Jesus took, every stumble, every moment of weakness had meaning. His suffering was not random. It was part of a larger story, a story that would change the course of history. And the lesson for us is clear. Your struggle is never meaningless. Every challenge, every setback, every heartbreak carries with it the potential for growth, insight, and transformation. Imagine looking at your own life through this lens. What if the trials you've endured are not punishments, not failures, but stepping stones? What if the very obstacles you want to escape are the exact catalysts that can unlock your strength, your courage, and your purpose? That is the hidden wisdom of perseverance. That meaning is found not despite suffering, but often because of it. The third part of the lesson is taking one step at a time. The journey of Jesus to the cross was not completed in a single, monumental moment. It was completed one step at a time. Every step mattered. Every step required focus, determination, and courage. And that is the principle that transforms despair into action in our own lives. When life feels overwhelming, it's easy to look at the mountain of challenges ahead and feel paralyzed. But perseverance does not demand that you solve everything at once. It asks only that you take the next step, the next action, however small. Step by step, moment by moment, the impossible becomes achievable. Just as Jesus took one step after another, you too can move forward, even when the road seems endless. The fourth part of the lesson is choosing love and compassion, even under pressure. Think about Jesus on the road to Golgotha. Despite his own suffering, he paused to acknowledge those who wept for him. He reached out in compassion, not bitterness. And that is a lesson for us. Perseverance is not just about surviving, it's about thriving in character. True resilience is expressed in how we treat others, even when we are exhausted, even when life is unfair. Consider how this applies in your own life. Perhaps someone has hurt you, challenged you, or doubted you. The hidden lesson teaches that you can persist in your own integrity, kindness, and love, even when it's the hardest choice. That choice, that act of strength, reinforces your inner power and keeps you moving forward with dignity and purpose. The fifth part of the lesson is trusting a bigger plan, even when it's invisible. Jesus' journey was guided by a purpose far greater than himself. He could not see the full outcome from the start, but he trusted the path, step by step. This is one of the hardest parts of perseverance for humans, moving forward without seeing the end. We often want clarity, certainty, and control, but life rarely gives us those things. The hidden lesson teaches that resilience requires faith, not necessarily faith in miracles, but faith in the process, in yourself, and in the possibility that your struggle has meaning beyond what you can currently see. That trust allows you to keep going, even when the way forward is shrouded in uncertainty. The sixth part is embracing failure as a teacher. Jesus stumbled under the weight of the cross. He fell. He experienced moments of apparent defeat, and yet, a falling was not failure. It was part of the journey. Every challenge we face, every setback we encounter, is not a signal to quit. It's a signal to learn, to adapt, and to rise stronger. Think about your own life. How many times have you interpreted a setback as the end, when really it was a hidden opportunity to strengthen your resolve? The hidden lesson reminds us that perseverance is not the absence of failure. It is the courage to continue despite failure, knowing that each stumble is part of the path to success. The seventh part of the lesson is living in the moment while keeping your eyes on the purpose. Jesus could not rush the journey. He could not skip the pain. He had to move forward step by step, fully present with the challenge, while remaining aware of the larger purpose. And that is how we can navigate our own struggles, by embracing the present moment, dealing with it fully, while keeping our long-term goals and values in mind. Every day presents opportunities to practice this. Every decision, every action, every choice can either move us toward despair or resilience. By focusing on the present step and aligning it with our greater purpose, we cultivate an unstoppable inner strength. The eighth part is embracing hope as a guiding light. The journey of Jesus teaches that hope is not a naive wish. It is a deliberate choice. Hope is what allowed him to rise each time he fell, to continue despite the crowd's mockery, and to embrace his purpose fully. Hope gives us the courage to persist, even when all evidence suggests that giving up would be easier. Hope is active. It is a mindset. It is a commitment to see possibility when all seems lost. And when combined with purpose, action, love, and faith, hope becomes unstoppable. It transforms ordinary struggle into extraordinary resilience. Finally, the hidden lesson is knowing that perseverance changes us. Walking that road, carrying that weight, choosing not to give up, it did not leave Jesus unchanged. It strengthened his character, deepened his compassion, and amplified his purpose. The same is true for us. Every time you choose to persist, every time you refuse to surrender, you grow stronger, wiser, and more capable of facing the next challenge. Perseverance is a transformative force. So here's the truth, the hidden lesson that is waiting for you to embrace. Life will challenge you. Life will test you. Life will push you to your limits and beyond. You will face pain, doubt, fear, and exhaustion. There will be moments when giving up seems not just tempting, but reasonable. And yet the power to endure, to rise, to move forward in spite of everything, is already within you. You may not carry a literal cross, but you carry your own burdens, relationships, responsibilities, ambitions, dreams, fears. And the hidden lesson of Jesus' journey is this: the road may be hard, the burden may be heavy, the path may be lonely, but you can persevere. Step by step, heart by heart, with purpose, hope, and love guiding you forward, you can rise above the obstacles that seem insurmountable. This is not a story from thousands of years ago. It is a blueprint for your life here and now. And as you listen, I want you to ask yourself, what am I holding on to that I've been ready to let go of? What fear has been keeping me from stepping forward? What burden can I start carrying today, one step at a time, with courage and purpose? The hidden lesson Jesus left us is simple, yet profound. Never give up. Not when it's hard. Not when it's unfair. Not when it seems impossible. Because each step forward, no matter how small, builds strength. Each act of perseverance strengthens your character. Each choice to continue despite fear and doubt brings you closer to the life you were meant to live. And perhaps the most remarkable part of all is this: the journey itself is the reward. The act of enduring, of persisting, of never giving up, transforms you into someone stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Just as Jesus' journey transformed him in the world, your journey can transform you and everyone around you. So, and when life feels unbearable, when the road seems too long, when your strength is fading, remember the hidden lesson. Step forward anyway. One step, then another, then another. Trust the process. Trust your purpose. Trust your strength. And never, ever give up. Now that we've walked through the story and uncovered the hidden lesson, it's time to ask the question: how do we take this wisdom and put it into action in our daily lives? Stories inspire, lessons illuminate, but transformation only happens when we take deliberate steps to apply them. So let's break this down into practical takeaways, 3 powerful ways you can cultivate resilience, perseverance, and the courage to never give up, no matter how heavy the weight or long the road. Or takeaway 1, anchor yourself in a purpose greater than yourself. The first step in persevering through life's most difficult challenges is anchoring yourself in a purpose greater than the temporary discomfort or the immediate struggle. Jesus' journey to the cross was guided by a mission far beyond the moment, the mission of love, redemption, and hope. Every painful step, every fall, every mocking glance was part of a larger purpose. And it is this sense of purpose that allowed him to endure what would have been unbearable for anyone else. In your own life, you may not be walking a literal path of suffering, but you carry your own crosses, dreams, ambitions, responsibilities, relationships, and even internal battles. And the key to persistence is remembering why you started. Purpose acts like a compass in a storm. It keeps you moving forward when all else seems chaotic or hopeless. Think about your own life right now. What drives you? What is the ultimate reason that you cannot quit, no matter what obstacles appear? Perhaps it is your family, your dreams, your desire to leave a legacy, or the hope that your struggle can inspire someone else. Reflect deeply on that purpose. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Make it tangible in your mind so that when doubt strikes, and it will, you have something solid to hold on to. Here's a practical exercise. Each morning, take 5 minutes to remind yourself of your why. Visualize it, feel it. Imagine yourself walking through your day, carrying that purpose with you, letting it guide every step. Just as Jesus kept his mission in mind with every step to Golgotha, you too can maintain focus and endurance through your daily challenges. Takeaway 2, break the journey into small, achievable steps. One of the most important lessons from Jesus' path is the power of taking things step by step. The journey to the cross was not completed in a single leap or a burst of energy. It was done one painstaking, deliberate step at a time. Each step mattered. Each fall mattered. Each pause mattered. This principle applies directly to your own struggles. When challenges feel overwhelming, it's easy to feel paralyzed. We look at the mountain of problems ahead, whether financial stress, career pressure, personal loss, or health struggles, and think, I'll never get through this. It's too much. But the truth is, no one conquers the mountain in a single jump. We climb it one step at a time. And here's how to apply it. Break your challenges into smaller, manageable pieces. Don't focus on solving everything at once. Instead, ask yourself, what is the next right step I can take today? Focus all your energy there. Then when that step is complete, take another. Repeat. Progress may be slow, and it may be difficult, but persistence compounds. Step after step, inch by inch, you will move closer to your goal. Imagine each small step as a stone on a river. Alone, it seems insignificant. But when you place one stone after another, carefully and consistently, you build a bridge. That bridge will carry you across turbulent waters and into calmer ground. That is how resilience is cultivated. Not in giant leaps, but in consistent, deliberate action. Takeaway 3, embrace your emotions. Don't suppress them. Many people mistakenly believe that perseverance means suppressing fear, doubt, or pain, but the hidden lesson of Jesus' journey shows us the opposite. He felt fear, he felt exhaustion, he felt sorrow. Yet he acknowledged those emotions and continued anyway. Emotional awareness is a critical component of resilience. Suppressing your feelings only builds tension and drains your energy. Recognizing them allows you to process them, release them, and continue with clarity and strength. Practical step. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, take a moment to pause. Name the emotions you are experiencing. Are you angry, frustrated, sad, afraid? Then give yourself permission to feel them fully, without judgment. Write them down. Speak them aloud. Let them move through you. After acknowledging the emotions, shift your focus back to action, because perseverance is about moving forward despite feeling afraid, not in spite of your emotions. This practice also cultivates compassion for yourself. When you allow your emotions to exist without shame, you nurture inner resilience. You begin to see yourself not as weak, but as human. And human beings are capable of extraordinary strength when they accept their own reality. Takeaway 4, seek support, but don't depend. Entirely on others, Jesus' journey was solitary in a spiritual sense, even though he was surrounded by followers. His closest friends faltered and he faced betrayal, and yet he continued. The hidden lesson here is that resilience is ultimately an internal quality. You cannot fully rely on others to keep you going, but that does not mean isolation. Support is still vital. How you should surround yourself with people who encourage, inspire, and challenge you, but you must cultivate a personal foundation of strength as well. Resilience begins within. Practical steps. Identify people who genuinely support your journey. These may be friends, family, mentors, or even faith communities. Share your struggles selectively, asking for encouragement, guidance, or perspective, rather than validation or rescue. Build habits and routines that reinforce your own inner strength. Prayer, meditation, journaling, exercise, reflection. By balancing external support with internal resilience, you create a foundation that no external circumstance can easily shake. Takeaway 5, practice gratitude and reflection. It may seem counterintuitive, but one of the most powerful tools for perseverance is gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is wrong to what is right. It allows you to see progress, even when the journey is hard. Jesus, despite the immense pain he endured, continued to act in love and awareness, recognizing the mission and meaning of his path. Practical exercise. Each day, write down 3 things you are grateful for, no matter how small. They could be victories in your personal growth, moments of kindness from others, or simply the breath in your lungs. Reflection and gratitude remind you that even in hardship, life contains goodness. Combine this with journaling your progress. At the end of each day, write down the steps you took toward your goal, however small. This creates a record of forward motion, reinforcing the truth that you are moving, growing, and persevering, even when the challenges feel overwhelming. As takeaway 6, use setbacks as catalysts for growth. No journey toward perseverance is without setbacks. Jesus stumbled under the weight of the cross. That was not failure, it was part of the process. In life, every obstacle, mistake, or failure is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and become stronger. Whenever you experience a setback, instead of giving up, ask yourself, what lesson can I learn here? How can this experience strengthen me? How will moving forward despite the setback shape my character? By reframing challenges as opportunities, you transform obstacles into stepping stones. This is one of the most powerful ways to cultivate enduring resilience. Takeaway 7, commit to daily discipline and consistency. Perseverance is not a sudden burst of courage, it is cultivated daily. Small or consistent actions over time create unshakable strength. Jesus' persistence was a continuous act of faith, step after step, choice after choice. Practical advice: create daily routines that support your purpose. Set small, measurable goals. Celebrate consistency over perfection. Even when progress is invisible, your disciplined effort compounds. Each day you continue builds momentum that carries you farther than you might imagine. Takeaway 8. Cultivate hope as a daily practice. Hope is not passive, it is a deliberate practice. Jesus' hope in his mission allowed him to endure unimaginable suffering. Your hope acts like a beacon, lighting the path forward even when everything around you is dark. Practical exercises to cultivate hope. Read stories of people who persevered against impossible odds. 1. Visualize your desired outcome daily. Surround yourself with reminders of past victories. Hope is the fuel that keeps your steps moving forward. Without it, perseverance becomes mechanical. With it, every step is infused with meaning and possibility. Takeaway 9. Align actions with your core values. Jesus' actions were never random. They reflected his core values of love, integrity, compassion, and purpose. Your perseverance is strongest when it is grounded in your values. Reflect. What are the principles that define who you are? Are your actions aligned with these principles, even in struggle? How can staying true to your values give you strength when life pushes back? Consistency between values and actions reinforces your inner integrity, making resilience natural rather than forced. So takeaway 10. Share your journey to inspire others. Finally, perseverance multiplies when shared. Jesus' story inspires millions, not because he was perfect, but because he endured. Your struggles, your resilience, and your victories can inspire those around you. Practical steps. Share your experiences with someone who needs hope. Mentor, guide, or encourage others on their journeys. Use your story to create meaning beyond your own life. When you transform your struggle into a source of inspiration for others, your perseverance becomes a living legacy. At this point, it's important to pause and let this sink in. These 10 takeaways are not theoretical. They are practical, actionable, and transformative. They are a roadmap for living a life of resilience, courage, and purpose. Take a moment now, and imagine applying just one of these takeaways tomorrow. What would change? Imagine applying all 10. Imagine the unstoppable momentum you could build. Imagine the strength, hope, and clarity you could cultivate. The hidden lesson we uncovered isn't just a story, it's a guide, a manual for enduring life's heaviest challenges. And when you apply it consistently, step by step, day by day, it transforms not only your ability to persist, but the very way you experience life itself. You have the power to act. You have the tools to persevere. You have the capacity to rise every time you fall, to continue when others quit, and to transform struggle into purpose, pain into growth, and fear into courage. The question is simple. Will you take the next step today? Will you commit to applying these principles in your life, to walking your road with courage, determination, and hope? Because the world doesn't reward those who give up. It rewards those who endure, those who persist, those who continue forward no matter how impossible the path may seem. And now it's your turn to step forward, carrying the hidden lesson of Jesus in your heart and turning it into action, step by step, moment by moment, until the impossible becomes possible. Before we take the final step together, I want you to take a deep breath and really feel where you are right now. Close your eyes for a moment if you can, and think about everything we've walked through. The struggle, the pain, the burden, the journey of Jesus, and the hidden lessons that we've uncovered. Feel it. Let it sink into your heart. Let the weight of your own challenges meet the weight of his example, and recognize something powerful. You are not alone. You are not abandoned. You are capable of more than you have ever imagined. Life can feel unbearably heavy at times. The burdens we carry are often invisible to others, yet they weigh down our spirits in ways that words cannot capture. Maybe it's the strain of trying to meet expectations that feel impossible. Maybe it's the sorrow of relationships that hurt instead of heal. Maybe it's the loneliness of walking a road that feels endless and unforgiving. We've all felt that despair, that moment when giving up seems like the only option. And yet, the story we've explored today, Jesus' journey to the cross, teaches us something extraordinary. That hope, perseverance, and courage can exist even in the darkest, most painful moments. The emotional lesson here is not abstract, it's visceral. Imagine the fear he felt, the exhaustion, the grief, the isolation, the betrayal. And then imagine the courage it took to rise each time he stumbled. Imagine the strength it took to carry a burden far greater than most of us could ever comprehend, step by step, until the mission was complete. That is not just a story to admire from a distance. It is a blueprint for your life, here and now. You may not face the exact same challenges, but the principle is universal. The capacity to persevere resides within you. You have the ability to rise after falling, to continue even when all seems lost, to embrace your purpose and move forward, step by step, heart by heart. And here is the secret that makes it possible. You do not have to be fearless, perfect, or invincible. You simply need to choose to move forward, no matter what, with faith, hope, and love guiding your way. Now, I want to speak directly to you, the listener. Take a moment and visualize your own cross. What is it? What is the struggle that has been weighing on your heart, pressing on your mind, and challenging your spirit? Hold it there in your imagination. Feel the heaviness. Feel the temptation to quit. Feel the fear. Now let me tell you something extraordinary. That struggle does not define you. It never has. It is simply the terrain on which your courage, strength, and resilience will be forged. Imagine standing at the base of a mountain you feel unprepared to climb. You look up, and the peak is obscured by clouds, making it impossible to see the top. Every instinct tells you to turn away. Every doubt whispers that you are not strong enough, that you will never reach the summit. And yet, something inside you stirs. A quiet voice whispers, "Take the next step. That's all you need to do right now." Just the next step. That is the essence of perseverance. It's not about knowing the full path. It's not about waiting until you feel ready. It's about moving forward anyway, one step at a time, with faith that the path will reveal itself as you walk it. Just as Jesus did, just as so many who have faced unimaginable trials have done, you take the next step and then the next. Let me remind you, there will be setbacks. There will be moments of doubt. There will be falls, stumbles, and perhaps even moments when it feels impossible to continue. That is not failure. That is part of the journey. Each setback is a lesson, each stumble is a building block, and each moment of despair is an opportunity to rise stronger than before. Every step you take in the face of fear, pain, or doubt strengthens your spirit, builds your resilience, and moves you closer to fulfilling your purpose. I want you to visualize something for a moment. Picture yourself 1 year from today. Imagine the burdens you carry now, the challenges you are facing, the obstacles that feel insurmountable. Imagine you have chosen to persist, step by step, day by day, with unwavering courage. What does that version of you look like? How do you feel? Can you see the strength in your eyes, the confidence in your posture, the hope in your heart? That version of you exists. It is waiting for you to choose the path of perseverance today. And here is the most profound truth of all. Perseverance is contagious. The courage you cultivate, the strength you embrace, the hope you nurture, these will ripple outward. Your resilience will inspire others. Your example will create pathways for those who are struggling alongside you. By refusing to give up, you become a beacon of hope, a living proof that it is possible to rise, no matter how heavy the burden or how dark the road. I want you to think about the people in your life who need your courage. Who needs to see that you can endure? Who needs to see that hope can thrive even in the face of despair? Imagine how your perseverance could change someone else's life, simply by demonstrating what is possible when you refuse to give up. Your journey is not just for you. It is a gift to those around you. Now let's take a moment to reflect on the tools we've discussed. Anchoring yourself in purpose, taking one step at a time, embracing your emotions, and balancing support with internal strength, practicing gratitude, learning from setbacks, committing to daily discipline, cultivating hope, aligning with your values, and sharing your journey with others. Each of these is a step forward on your path to resilience. Each of these is a way to transform struggle into strength. Each of these is a way to embody the hidden lesson Jesus taught. As you imagine applying these steps in your own life, notice how it feels. Maybe it feels empowering. Maybe it feels overwhelming. That is normal. Transformation is not comfortable. Growth is not easy, but it is possible. And it starts with a single choice, a single decision, a single step forward today. And so I am asking you, right here, right now, will you make that choice? Will you commit to taking the next step, no matter how heavy the burden or uncertain the path? Will you choose hope over despair, action over paralysis, courage over fear, perseverance over surrender? Will you allow yourself to become the version of you who can endure, who can rise, who can walk through life's storms with unwavering strength? Let me remind you again, this is not about perfection. This is about persistence. It's not about avoiding pain. It's about moving forward through it. It's not about having all the answers. It's about choosing the path even when you cannot see the destination. Step by step, heart by heart, moment by moment. That is how resilience is born. That is how courage is cultivated. That is how hope is kept alive. And here's one more thing, because this is vital. The world will challenge you. Life will push back. There will be moments when giving up seems easier, more logical, and more comfortable. In those moments, remember the road Jesus walked. Remember the burden he bore. Remember the courage he displayed. And remember this, the strength to persist exists within you. It always has. And when you claim it, when you choose to move forward, you become unstoppable. So I want you to make a promise to yourself today. Promise that no matter what comes, no matter how heavy the weight, no matter how impossible the journey seems, you will not give up. Promise that you will take the next step, and then the next, and then the next. Promise that you will hold on to hope, faith, and love as your guiding lights. Promise that you will rise every time you fall, and that your perseverance will create a ripple effect of strength, courage, and inspiration for everyone around you. Imagine the moment when you look back one day and you see the journey you have taken, the challenges you have overcome, the moments when you wanted to quit but didn't, the strength you discovered within yourself, the hope you nurtured, the lives you touched. That moment will be one of triumph, one of pride, one of deep, abiding joy. That is the reward of perseverance. That is the power of never giving up. And now, as you move forward, carry this vision in your heart. Let it guide every choice, every action, every step. Let it remind you that your journey matters, that your struggles have meaning, that your courage is a beacon, and that your perseverance is unstoppable. Finally, share this message, share your journey, share your hope. Why? Because the hidden lesson Jesus taught us about never giving up is not meant to stay hidden. It is meant to be lived, experienced, and shared. And when you do, you not only transform your own life, you transform the lives of everyone who witnesses your courage. So step forward, step boldly, step with courage, step with hope, step with faith, and never ever give up. As we come to the close of this journey, I want you to take a deep, slow breath. Let the weight of everything we've explored, the story, the lesson, the takeaways, the call to action, settle into your heart. Feel it. Let it resonate. Let it become more than just words. Let it become a part of you, something you can carry forward into your daily life. Because what we've walked through is not just a story about someone else. It's not simply a lesson from the past. It's a living, breathing guide for the present, for your life, for every challenge that awaits you. It's a reminder that the power to endure, to rise, and to persevere does not lie in circumstances, luck, or the approval of others. It lies within you. Take a moment and reflect on everything you felt during this video. Think about the heaviness of your burdens, the doubts that sometimes overwhelm you, the moments when you felt like giving up. And now imagine something different. Imagine seeing those same burdens, those same doubts, not as obstacles that stop you, but as challenges that shape you, as opportunities that strengthen you, as tests that reveal the courage already within you. This is the power of perspective, and it is one of the most profound truths you can carry forward from the lessons we've explored today. Not the journey of Jesus, the hidden lessons of perseverance, the practical steps we can take to endure. All of these point to the same truth. Life will test you, life will challenge you, and life will push you to your limits. But your response to those challenges is what defines your strength, your character, and ultimately your destiny. Now, I want you to reflect on the idea of resilience, not as a vague concept, but as a tangible, actionable quality that you can cultivate in your own life. Resilience is the ability to continue forward when every part of you wants to stop. Resilience is the courage to face fear, pain, doubt, and uncertainty, and still choose to rise. Resilience is the deliberate choice to persevere, even when the road is long, the burden is heavy, and the world seems to conspire against you. And here's the incredible thing. Resilience is not something you are born with. It is something you build, step by step, moment by moment, decision by decision. Every time you refuse to give up, every time you take the next step despite fear, every time you rise after a fall, you are building resilience. You are building strength. You are building the kind of character that can face anything life throws at you. I want you to visualize your life as a journey along a long, winding road. Some parts of the road are smooth, easy, and filled with light. Other parts are rocky, steep, and shrouded in darkness. Some stretches feel endless, and some seem impossible to navigate. Now imagine walking that road with a heart full of courage, a mind focused on purpose, and a spirit fueled by hope. With each step, you grow stronger. With each challenge, you gain insight. With each moment of perseverance, you move closer to the life you were meant to live. And as you walk, remember this: you are not alone. Even when it feels like the weight of the world is pressing down on you, there is a source of strength within you that has never left. There is a spark of courage that cannot be extinguished. There is a light of hope that can guide you through the darkest valleys. And you have the ability to nurture that strength, to fuel that courage, and to keep that light burning bright no matter what comes. Think about the people in your life, the ones you love, the ones you care for, the ones who are counting on you. Your perseverance, your resilience, your refusal to give up does not just affect you, it affects them too. Every step you take forward creates ripples of hope and inspiration. And every act of courage, no matter how small, shows others that it is possible to endure, to rise, and to overcome. Your journey becomes a beacon, a living example that others can follow, and a source of strength for those who may be struggling quietly in silence. And as you continue along your path, I want you to reflect on the lessons we've covered. Anchor yourself in purpose. Break your journey into small, achievable steps. Embrace your emotions rather than suppress them. Seek support, but cultivate internal strength. Practice gratitude daily. Learn from setbacks. Commit to discipline and consistency. Cultivate hope. Align your actions with your values. And share your journey to inspire others. Each of these steps is not just a tool, they are a pathway to transformation. When applied consistently, they have the power to turn struggle into strength, despair into determination, and fear into courage. They are the practical manifestations of the hidden lesson Jesus taught. Never give up, no matter how heavy the burden, no matter how long the road, no matter how dark the path may seem. Now let's take a moment to imagine your future self. Imagine a version of you who has embraced these lessons fully, who has faced every challenge with courage, who has taken every step with purpose, who has nurtured hope even in the darkest moments. Imagine the confidence, the strength, the clarity, and the peace that comes from knowing that no matter what happens, you have the power to persevere. Picture yourself reflecting on this journey 1 year from now. The challenges that once felt insurmountable are now behind you. The fears that once held you back have been transformed into courage. The doubts that once clouded your mind have been replaced with clarity and conviction. You have walked your path with intention, with perseverance, and with hope. And in doing so, you have become a source of light and inspiration for others, just as Jesus' journey continues to inspire millions today. This is the vision I want you to carry forward. A vision of yourself as resilient, courageous, and unwavering in the face of life's challenges. A vision of yourself as someone who does not give up, even when the weight is heavy, even when the road is long, even when hope seems distant. A vision of yourself as someone who embodies the hidden lesson we've explored, that the power to endure, to rise, and to persevere has always existed within you, waiting to be awakened. And now, as we conclude this journey together, I want to leave you with a call that is as practical as it is emotional. Commit to living this lesson every day, not just in words but in action. Take the steps we've outlined. Anchor yourself in purpose. Move forward one step at a time. Feel your emotions fully. Build internal strength. Practice gratitude. Learn from setbacks. Cultivate hope. Align with your values. Share your journey. Let these actions become habits. Let them become a rhythm. Let them become the way you walk through life. And when you do, you will discover something incredible, that the road, no matter how long or steep, becomes navigable, that the burden, no matter how heavy, becomes bearable, that hope, no matter how distant, becomes real, and that courage, no matter how hidden, becomes undeniable. Your journey does not end here. In fact, this is only the beginning. The lessons you've absorbed, the insights you've gained, the emotional resonance you've felt, they are seeds. And now it is your responsibility and your privilege to nurture them, to plant them in your daily life, to water them with action, to allow them to grow into resilience, strength, hope, and unwavering courage. Take a deep breath now. Feel it in your chest. Feel it in your mind. Feel it in your spirit. That is the spark of perseverance. That is the flame of courage. That is the power within you to face whatever comes next. And remember, the journey of life is not about avoiding challenges. It's about rising to meet them. Not about never feeling fear. It's about moving forward despite it. Not about being perfect. It's about being persistent, committed, honnête, and courageous in the face of uncertainty. So as we close this chapter together, I want you to make a promise to yourself. A promise that no matter what happens, no matter what obstacles arise, no matter how heavy the burdens become, you will not give up. You will take the next step, and then the next, and then the next. You will embrace your purpose, nurture your hope, and walk with courage. You will become the living embodiment of the hidden lesson Jesus taught, that perseverance is possible, that strength resides within you, and that no challenge is too great when you refuse to surrender. And finally, I want you to carry this message forward. Share it with someone who needs it. Inspire someone who is struggling. Encourage someone who has lost hope. Because your journey, your resilience, your courage, they are not just for you. Oh, they are a gift to the world. By walking your path with purpose, hope, and unwavering perseverance, you become a beacon of light in the lives of others, just as the story of Jesus continues to illuminate the hearts of millions today. Take a deep, slow breath. Let it out. And as you exhale, release any doubt, any fear, any hesitation. Feel the strength that already exists within you. Feel the hope that is alive in your heart. Feel the courage that is ready to carry you forward. And step into the next moment of your life with determination, with purpose, with hope, and with unwavering commitment to never ever give up. Because you are capable. Because your journey matters. Because your perseverance can transform your life and the lives of those around you. And because the hidden lesson we've explored today is not just a story to remember, it is a call to live.